Hi guys, Addi Thompson here. This is my first tutorial, and I had a request from my girlfriend. Well, actually, I offered, and she said she would love for me to do this, but she's having some trouble learning the red part for Matryoshka, which is actually the part I was first learning when I was gonna do the dance. But now I'm going to be the green person. Okay, so, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of run through it for you guys, and then I'm gonna tell you the steps. Yeah, one second, let me find it on my phone. I have like everything on my phone. Duh. I didn't do this for you. Okay. Green solo. This is kind of freestyle. So hard to do. Let's do any fast movements. So I'm going to run through the steps. It's rather easy, first part. If you don't get this right in the first 5 tries, if you're as bad as says, sorry Alice, but no offense. But if you're not that good, you should still be able to get this part down. It's really easy. So, yeah, oh my god. So out of shape. If I can find the song. That's not the song. Okay. So just kind of run through and pause. You're kind of clapping your hands. And you count. Then you run to the back and kind of just run around. This part is what always gets people. So you're supposed to, I know I didn't quite do it right, but it's hard to do. So you shuffle your feet out, then in, moving to the side, out to the side, and you bring your foot up. Can't quite see that, but you bring it up like that, then you bring it down, and then you do the same the other way, and then you kind of step with your right foot going behind your left, and then you step the same way except with your left foot going behind your right. So play that part for you. My phone is retarded. And this is where the green person turns around. But so you put your hands like this. Kanga esunu message. Darame no. Jump up and switch your hand positions. Then you bring your arms down. And you kind of just like slide to the right, slide to the left. And then you kind of jump. I always get that part. So you kind of just jump and bring your hands up like that. So the next part is city high. So you bring your right arm up, you bring your left arm up, and kind of move your head in a circle. And then you jump like this so that your left foot is in front and crossing in front of your right leg. And you spin around to face the other way. This part I'm going to do to the camera, which is what the green person does. And so this part's a little harder. It got me until recently. So you bring your arms like this, slide it to the middle, then you kind of rotate, but you rotate so that it ends up in the same position but with your hands swapped, and then you do it again, and then you jump forward doing this with your hands, and then you punch to the left with your right arm, punch to the right with your left arm. Then you, oh, I had something on my toe, okay. Then you step forward to your left foot, and you bring your arms like a mummy. Okay, so this part is kind of easy. You grab your head, and you kind of just like wobble. Wobble. I said you could play. She used to let it out, but you hide it as she. So you put your hand in front of your mouth. I'm getting for the fellow. But you put your hand in front of your mouth. Swing your right arm to the left. Up. You jump up and bring your arm behind. Okay, so if you hold your head, you wobble. And you were facing the other way, of course. And so you turn around. Kind of just, yeah, look at this. Okay, so you do this while kind of skipping backwards. And then you grab your right wrist with your left hand, and you kind of just, you do this weird thing with your feet, left behind the right, right behind the left, and you're kind of hopping, but you're moving backwards a little bit, not too much. and then you hold your finger like a gun, and you push yourself to the left, and bring your feet together. Then you make your arms like this, and you push yourself to the right. And then you cross your arms like a mummy again, and you kind of just walk so that you're to the left of the person in green, and they're going to jump up and get on their knees. That sounds wrong, I know. And so, but you just kind of hop in place. This is for Kalinka Malinka. So after Kalinka Malinka, you guys kind of face each other and kind of do some hand movements, and then put your hands like, oh yeah, really? And then you guys kind of push away from each other. Feel nice, and then this part gets me. So you jump forward, jump back, kind of jump out to the side. 5, 2, 4. Cooloid, Floyd. No, wait. For this part, it's Cooloid, Floyd. Back at that muddy. And in back at that muddy, you land with your hands in your pocket. Alright, so I'm going to kind of run that through for you. And this part's easy. You just kind of do this. And you kind of make sure you're facing away from the camera. So, you're just kind of shuffling. And I'm going to do this part facing the camera, whereas you, when you're dancing, you're going to be facing away from the camera. So then you go on. So you land with your arms like this, and then you kind of, I don't remember what they call this in the, whatever the heck it is, but you just kind of roll your arms around like this, clap, clap, then you kind of move your hands down, and then you jump, 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 and you make sure this knee is like basically to the side, but not quite. And then jump, jump, same with the other way. And then the person is gonna be, the person in green is gonna be on their knees. So basically, we call this kind of helping them up. So put your hand like this, and then put their hand like this, and then you kind of just skip around in a circle. And then you kind of spin around. You punch, punch, dodge, dodge. So punch, punch, dodge, dodge. And then you bring your left hand to your hip, and your right hand, you kind of just pat against your chest while jumping up. And then you use your right hand and you spin around. And then you jump to the other side and spin around. And then kind of move your feet apart and move your hands. And of course I'm gonna be doing this towards the camera. And you grab your right fist with your left hand and kind of moving your leg to the beat. You slowly open your hand and then you push towards the person in green. Alright. just finger up, down between your legs, and then turn to the side, and you bring your hands up, and like a mime, you kind of pull yourself along an invisible wall. Kalinka, malinka. And then you grab your hand, like a squid. So you kind of just tilt your head to the left and bring your left leg up, but tilt your body to the right. Put your hands in the pocket. So you kind of bring up your right leg, and you put it in front of your left leg in the air, and then you bring it down, and then you bring it to the side, and then you bring it behind. Put your hands in front of your eyes. You can bring your feet down now. Put your hands in front of your eyes. Cup your hands to your face, and then you have your hands like this again. And while you're doing this, you're also doing this with your legs. And then you pat your head 3 times, and then the wall again. And you kind of just pull yourself to the side, and when you get to the end, you knock, but I forgot you're supposed to go the other way. And then you go like this, like you're reaching for something off camera, and then you bring it to the person in green. Then you both kind of go off camera, and here comes the next part. Just kind of shuffling in a circle until oh yeah, were you spinning in a circle? So, if you both come back on screen, you're kind of just shuffling in a circle. I know you're supposed to be doing this, but if you can't, then this will suffice. And you have your arms up like this, and you're going in a circle, and the green person is behind you, and you're both going in a circle around each other. So, when it gets to, oh yeah, you put your fingers to your head like this, and you kind of just run in a circle and run away from each other. And at some point, you want to start hopping on one foot, make it look cooler. And then, oh, I'm dizzy. And then you go like this. I find it easier than just going like this with your legs. Is when you bring your arms like this, you want to swing it. It looks better. So you swing your arms that way, and you're going to bring this leg, and you're just kind of run in place with it, and then opposite. And then you walk behind the person in green. You're going to be standing here, and then you're going to go like this, down low. And you can either just go like this, or you can get down so you're hiding behind them, and go like that. But for that part, you take your right arm like this, flat, and your left arm, and you kind of curve it like you're thinking. And so you get down, and you go to the side with your left leg preferably out front, it's more comfortable. And then you kind of just shuffle to the left, and the person in green is going to be about right here. And you grab your right wrist with your left hand. 1, 2, 1, 2. I have to rewind it. I don't know if it's They go yay yay. So, after you go 1, 2, 1, 2, put your hands in their pocket. The person in green, they're going to be doing the yay yay, and you do the actual words. And you kind of just switch your head side to side. And then at some point you want to jump and bring your arms like this, roll your head, step together, kind of just like. And then the person in green, they're going to clear their throat. And then you're both kind of just clapping. And you face each other. And the person in green is going to do this. And you're just kind of just like, oh, you're talking with your hands. And so then, finaliza, you point towards the audience, to the camera. And then, go kanjo 5, 2, 4 again. Except at this point, you go kuloid, fulloid, get in front of 9, zambu, zambu, dash, ose, sasakona. And then the person in green goes off stage. This part is the person in red solo, but it's more of a freestyle. You're just doing whatever you know how to do, whatever you can do. And so and here's your freestyle. This is green solo. That's the only part you gotta do. Is you gotta kind of hold them all on the stage like a mic. And then you come back on and kind of do any fast movements, except for this part you're supposed to do. Okay. Hold your arm like this and you kind of dip. 5, 2, 4. So, yeah, you're just kind of doing your own thing. And then you go off stage. But before you go off stage, you bring your right arm out like this, left arm out like this, and you look like you're pulling a rope, and you back off stage, well, off camera I should say, and the green person comes on, and they do their thing, and then the second person, and then the person in red joins in when you hear 2 people singing at once. And at some point, you hold your right arm out like this, take your left arm, you're kind of doing a dolphin. You just dip inside, up, outside, dip inside, up, outside. And then you just do any fast movements that you can at each other. And then you turn around 5, 2, 4. You have your left hand on your hip, and you kind of just attitude. 5, 2, 4. Anyways, that's the best tutorial I can do for dance. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. Bye!